You know, when I started welding, I knew from the first day, my dad told me, you're gonna be the only female welding, and I was so scared. I was like, oh my God. But my dad told me, you know, you already know how to weld. We've been welding for years.
How do we make sure we give young people the opportunity to succeed and to enjoy that American dream? The whole issue of upward mobility, inequality, whatever terms you want to use, is a very serious issue in the American economy.
For the first time in American history, the millennial generation won't do as well as their parents.
And some of those challenges include access to education, attaining jobs after graduation.
1 in 3 people are struggling to be able to deal with health care, pay the rent.
Incredibly high prices for land and for homes and stuff like that. It's really difficult for them to sustain what was once the American dream.
We cannot get trapped by the divisive politics of our time.
What sets the summit apart is that it uniquely brings together all the regions of California to tackle big issues. These are big issues that require all of us to collectively come together and tackle.
The California Economic Summit has made progress over 6 years, but there's nothing more important right now than building a new, compelling vision for economic security. Here's how we can start. 1. Prepare and support our most important assets, our people, for 21st century jobs by connecting the skills we train today with the jobs of tomorrow and career pathways in green tech, blue tech, construction, healthcare, and more.
Last year, the governor and the legislature invested in more and better career education for all of us across the state.
In the welding department, they encourage you to pursue the careers, not just take a course just for a certificate. They encourage you to pursue the career.
In addition, we'll continue to call for co-investments between employers and our civic leaders as well as our education institutions to work together.
Next, help Californians live in sustainable communities close to those jobs by growing transportation and housing options and lowering costs to build them.
We're going to need a carrots and sticks approach. Carrots being the right kinds of incentives for the right kinds of housing and other amenities being built in the right places, namely in existing communities.
Finally, 1 million more middle-income jobs. Jobs in growing industries in places that need them. Innovation, working landscapes, and in new industries that will better connect rural communities to dynamic urban economies.
The biggest challenge for the summit to take on today is to future-proof California for Californians, whether it is to produce a skilled workforce that drives and fuels California's economy and advances social mobility, to addressing the shortage in housing and the rising cost of infrastructure. These are the things we need to tackle.
Everybody in the room has the same responsibility to make sure we provide the American dream to every child in the state of California. If we do that, whatever our differences are, we can find ways to make it work.
My dad has always told me, if someone asks you to show them something, there's no reason you should tell them no. I like teaching people how to do things. It doesn't benefit me to just know it by myself. If I show somebody else, it'll benefit them too.